Hello VC, this is Bev here, Clarko Vision, and this morning this video is dedicated to Vinylizer John. It's a contest entry that he's running, and it's his not quite 1,000 subs competition. He's almost at 1,000. Last time I looked it was about 967 he was on. And so he's running a competition just to try and get himself pushed over the 1,000 mark. And this video is to tell you just how brilliant his channel is and how brilliant he is as a person. He's been in the vinyl community for quite a while. I'm not exactly sure how, but it's well over a year, and he's got a ton of videos. If you check out his channel, the link will be below, and if you have not subscribed to his channel before, I do encourage you to subscribe. What he does very well. He's one of the people in YouTube in general who makes videos, and they're a pleasure to watch. They're easy to watch. You can hear him well. He has a good setup, he has a good background. He presents himself honestly, and what you see is what you get with him. He's just an ordinary, down-to-earth British guy, and he lives in the uniqueness of the Channel Islands. Not only does he have a passion for music, he has a passion for history, and he's fortunate, I guess, in one respect, to live in an area where there's a lot of World War II history in his area. He's even done videos showing some old German bunkers, evidence from from the German occupancy of the Channel Islands. Fantastic stuff. He puts such huge effort into his channel. It's well worth a watch. Obviously his first love is music, vinyl and CDs. He has a humongous collection of vinyl. I think he started collecting it many moons ago, and he kept all his stuff, because I think most of us, when we switched over to CDs, we kind of got rid of the vinyl, but as I understand it, I don't think John did. As a result, he has one of the most amazing collections I know of, and he has a great deal of knowledge musically and about the history of many of the bands he's into. He is primarily, his favourite style of music excuse me, is hard rock and metal. However, he's not limited to hard rock and metal. He does like other stuff. He likes pop, soft rock, I don't know, variations, but you will see him show other stuff now and again. And for example, I'll just show you a couple of things that you might see on his channel. See that brilliant album there, On Through the Night? He will show you that. He'll also show you other goodies. Let me just bring them over. He'll show you other brilliant things such as Def Leppard's High and Dry. You'll see things on his channel such as Def Leppard's Pyromania. You'll see other excellent rarities such as the limited edition Armageddon at Collector's Pack. He has lots of cool stuff such as other classic bands, Thin Lizzy. He will also show Whitesnake. Now, I can't show Whitesnake, unfortunately, because I don't have anything of Whitesnake in my collection at the moment. They're not one of my favourite bands. I don't dislike them, it's just they're not a band that I'm overly into collecting stuff of. I used to have Whitesnake's Greatest Hits, or whatever it was called, on cassette. It came out, was it around 89, 90 or something? that's when I had it anyway. I had that on cassette, and that's long gone. And I also had the single for, the CD single for Now You're Gone, when that came out. I recall Steve Vai was in the band at that point. But he's a massive Whitesnake fan, a massive David Coverdale fan, particularly of the earlier Whitesnake years, but he loves the whole lot. He's also a Def Leppard fan, that's another one of his favourite bands. He's also an Iron Maiden fan. John will also be seen wearing attire such as this type of clothing. Also, you might see John wearing attire, never mind that, such as this kind of clothing. You will find John showing another of his favourite bands, goodies from bands such as Europe. He likes Europe a lot, and so do I. He'll show you stuff from Thunder. He'll even talk about and show you non-metal, as I said, pop, rock, big country, softer rock, a-ha, big 80s trio from Norway. If you don't know a-ha, then where have you been? They have a whole bunch of great stuff. He's into them as well. One of his childhood favourites, one of mine as well. He will be reading stuff such as this goodie. I'm in the middle of reading it too, actually. Just kind of started reading it. I was fortunate enough to get just what I'm here, the autographed, signed by Mr. Dickinson himself version, because he was doing his book launch for What Does This Button Do? And I got tickets to go, and when you got tickets, included was a signed copy of the book, and you got a free Trooper beer or something like that, or a soft drink if you wanted. And I got to the venue, and I unfortunately didn't see that. I became unwell, took a panic attack basically, and couldn't go. So the friend I was with, she went ahead on her own, but because I gave her my tickets, she managed to get me a copy of the book. So, and it's an excellent read. John also has such absolute goodies as this little gem. He has an enormous book collection. If you check out his channel just now, some of his recent stuff, he's showing, excuse me, my throat's a bit dry. He's going through his rock metal book collection at the moment, and he has a ton, far more than what I do. And he'll do ranking videos. He'll talk about the worst songs from his favourite bands. He'll talk about why he likes certain bands and why he doesn't like certain bands. Another of his favourites, as I say, is Iron Maiden. He had recently been to see them and loved the concert on their Legacy of the Beast tour. He's even done a video telling you what that is like, and I think John's one of these genuine folk where music is concerned, because he grew up in the era when music was, music was a way of life. It's not like it is nowadays where, it's like a side thing because everything's all digital media and mobile phones. He grew up with that, as many of us, and music's something that gets to you deep inside. It invokes feelings and emotions that pretty much nothing else can. So he gets that whole thing, and it comes across. So, I think I've babbled on enough, but all I'm going to say here is if you're subscribed to me and you're not subscribed to John, you need to get that sorted, because, as I say, his channel is brilliant. I first came across John's channel, and the first thing I watched from him was a review of the Def Leppard 30th anniversary Hysteria box set that he got, which had a whole kit and caboodle of bits and pieces in it. He opened that, and then a couple of days later he had another video up about it saying what he really thought of it. And again, Def Leppard being one of his favourite bands, he won't just praise them if he feels about a certain product. If he feels it's disappointing, he'll let you know it's disappointing. For example, he's compared recent Def Leppard and Whitesnake 30th anniversary editions, and you'll see his opinions on both. It's all very good stuff, and it's from a fan's perspective as well, which is what it should be. And you, as a fan of a band, especially if you've been a fan for God knows how long, I firmly believe you have the right to voice your honest opinion, and if something's crap, you have the right to say it's crap. Equally, if something's brilliant, you have the right to say this is fabulous. So, right, I've babbled on enough. Go over to John's channel, subscribe now if you haven't, and you won't be disappointed. It certainly beats Coronation Street and all that crap by miles. So, but then that's no hard, is it? So, John, congratulations on where you are. You've done a great channel. You do us all proud. You've got a great following, and it's deservedly so. So, onwards and upwards for you. And I'm glad to know you as a friend and a fellow VC member. It's my life has only been more enriched having discovered your channel and yourself. So that's enough from me. I'll see you in another video. Bye just now.